What is up, everybody? It is the Dennis and Andy Show. We just got back from seeing Superman. He still has his drink, which you saw him sipping out of.
Yeah, I do.
His disgusting Diet Zero
Pib Zero
shit.
Oh.
Anyhow, a CGC review on Pib Zero, 0.0001. It's so bad.
Said nobody ever.
Wrong. So yes, we just got back. The whole car ride home, it was so tense. Trying not to talk about the movie so we could share our first thoughts with you guys, and that's what we're going to do.
Yeah, we had a lot of passengers, so we had to wait till we got back in order to do it instead of doing it right from the car.
My daughter was in the car. Dennis brought his niece. By the way, she's a swimmer. She's single. She's going to be going to college soon. Ask Dennis for the deets later. Okay, to the review. Dennis, I feel stupid even saying this because of the movie. What is Superman about?
Well, Andy, since you asked,
yes.
When Superman, the new version of Superman, gets drawn into conflicts at home and abroad, his actions are questioned, giving tech billionaire Lex Luthor the opportunity to get the Man of Steel out of the way for good. But will the intrepid reporter Lois Lane and Superman's four-legged companion Crypto be able to help him before it's too late?
That is what it's about, guys. We're not doing spoilers. This is non-spoiler. First thoughts. Give us till the end of July. Once the Fantastic Four comes out, we'll do a stream talking about both those movies, spoilers and all. David Corenswet, I gotta say, I gotta apologize. We did a video on the DNA show when the costume was first debuted. I threw it under the bus because it looked baggy and stuff. This costume, visually, it is fantastic. It totally works. The colors are right. The color throughout the whole movie, it's bright. It's, I don't want to say cheerful because I don't want to make it sound like, oh, it's a cheerful movie, but it's what a comic book movie should be. I thought he played a great Superman, a great Clark Kent. I thought Rachel, is it Bilson? Is that how you say her last name?
No, Brosnahan.
Oh my God.
You were so close. It started with B.
That's as close as I can ever get. She was great as Lois Lane. The kid that played Jimmy was great. I thought the whole cast was really great. And of course, Nicholas Hoult as Lex Luthor just makes the old Lex from Zack Snyder's universe look so awful. Nicholas Hoult was great.
They all were. I liked the acting of everybody.
Yeah.
I was surprised. I had a lot of question marks going into it. Mr. Terrific was hands down my favorite in it. Loved him through this. Guy Gardner, Nathan Fillion, I love him as an actor. I hated the bowl cut, but with that being said, dude, he was so Guy Gardner.
I've got to actually say that was another one I'm going to walk back because I said, oh my God, that haircut is awful. But when you actually see him moving, and then when you actually can get a look at it, it's not the typical, it is a bowl cut, but when it's at the side of his head, it kind of, you don't really see the ledge all the way around it. That's just, to me, the front bangs. I thought it worked. It really didn't bother me. And like you said, from his attitude, I'm a huge Green Lantern fan. He nailed Guy Gardner.
He did absolutely nailed him
and stuff.
Yeah, loved it.
Hawk Girl as well, I thought was good.
That was the only disappointment I had. They didn't do enough with her. If you're going to bother to bring Dora the Explorer into this movie, why would you not have her do more? When she was on there was fine, but that was the weak spot for that. Everybody else was great. Jimmy Olsen, his relationship with Eve, it was funny. It was enjoyable.
And they also had Lex's, if you go back to the first Christopher Reeve movie, Lex had Otis. And it took a while. And this, I guess you could call it a spoiler, but it's not, to me, a huge thing. I think you'll agree. One of the guys on Lex's team, his name is Otis. And he's a big overweight type dude. I thought when I heard it, when he called him that, I was like, yes, they got that in there.
I was going, Ned Beatty. Just Ned Beatty. Love it.
You know who didn't have a huge role that I was surprised? Perry White.
Yeah, I'm wondering if they didn't leave stuff on the cutting room floor because he had a good presence when he was there.
Yeah,
but underutilized him, and even when they were in, you know, when they were around their desks and stuff, I expected to see more, but they did have Kat, you know, she was there, played her part very well. Again, no complaints whatsoever with the acting. I enjoyed that.
And, you know, story-wise, it was a really good James Gunn. I got to give him credit. He put together a really good comic book story. I could see this as a 48 to 64 page one-shot easily. And I think DC probably dropped the ball by not, and I say that with Marvel too, not doing adaptations of their movies anymore. I used to always get those. But overall, the story I thought was good. Metamorpho, you will recognize that actor. He's been in tons of stuff. He did a really good, subtle job, because the acting for Metamorpho and why we get introduced to him and the situation he's in with Superman, once again, not giving anything away, you really felt for him.
Yeah,
I thought
there were the couple of parts that I didn't like. I'm not one for having any political stuff that's in there. And, you know, the two countries fighting, we'll call country A. It is definitely, let's see, country A, not Israel and not Palestine. So with that being said, it was interesting how they weaved them together. You saw in the trailer, you know, the kid with, they made the flag and he planted that. Overall, I liked the story. There was a few things that I had an issue with. One of them was a huge issue with me, and I can't really talk about it because it's a huge spoiler, but let's just say it involves his parents, and I really wish it would have went completely the opposite way, because that kind of soured me for part of the movie. It really did. I took a different take on it. But with that being said, I enjoyed the pacing. Some of the action scenes, it was too much steady cam action whipping around a couple of times. I'm like, but we saw it in IMAX in 3D, and that worked beautiful. This is a movie you really do need to see in IMAX 3D if possible.
Yeah, and I know the point he's talking about is point of contention with the parents, and I agree. It didn't sour me as much as it did him, and I'm sure when we get to our ratings on it, there's going to be a difference.
There might be.
I already know. I'm guessing I'm going to be higher.
I think you will.
But I don't put it this way. Some people, the issue that we're talking about might put it on, well, I'll just ask you straight out. Do you put it on the same level as when in Man of Steel, Henry Cavill Superman killed Zod?
Yeah, I hated that.
So is this on the same? Is this on the same level?
Almost, yes.
Okay, and I really think, and I consider myself a diehard Superman fan, and it did bother me, but at the same time, I really wasn't bothered that much by Superman killing Zod.
And I'm just a diehard car battery. That's all I'm going to say.
It's true. So when you see the movie, I guarantee what we're talking about, you'll go, oh, that's it. And it just depends on where you're at on the, Superman scale.
But the plots, everything went on there. Nicholas Hoult is Lex Luthor, and the schemes that he's got going, and the technology behind it. Again, Mr. Terrific played really well into the storyline that they wove, having the technology and stuff in there. Overall, I thought they did a good job. The special effects, I thought overall were great. You know, a few little blurbs I went, but overall,
see, I don't know. We'll have to talk about
the IMAX 3D and stuff like that. I thought it did very well with it.
We'll talk about this, because I have no idea what he's talking about with his little beefs about a few things. Because I thought, compared to some of the other movies with special effects where you can really go, oh, I didn't really have a problem with a lot of them. I thought the engineer was great. They worked her in very well. They worked in Ultraman very well. And, Crypto really does kind of steal the show.
That was another slight point of contention. There were some really good heavy moment scenes that they built up to. And then all of a sudden the dog was there doing his little thing and trying to bring comedy into it. And I'm like, just let it breathe. Let it be like a good wine and let it breathe for 5 more seconds. And I think it cut short, but that's kind of nitpicking. But, overall, the James Gunn humor is there. And, but most of it wasn't tailored through Superman, which I was very happy to see. Right. It was through like Guy Gardner and the other ones. And I thought, even Mr. Terrific, it was good the way he did most of it. So I would say for me, 75-80% of the jokes landed pretty well.
And yeah, like you said, Superman wasn't played jokey with one-liners and stuff, which I thought was, because that with James Gunn, you really got to worry about. He didn't play him like Star-Lord, basically.
Yeah.
So, all right, I guess
you're first.
I am?
You are. I just went.
Oh, okay. Wow. That's right. You did just go first. I really didn't want to go first, but I will. Wow. I'm teetering between two. Do I want to go with the lower or the higher?
Oh my God.
I'm going with the 8.5. I'm giving it 8.5. I really enjoyed it. I'm seeing it again. I told Courtney she wants to see it again. I want to see it again because I know there's stuff I missed. And I just want, and one of the things Courtney even mentioned when we were watching the credits, 2 after credit scenes, you got to stay all the way through. She mentioned, and I was like, what? I'm like, oh my God, I missed that. So I'll be seeing again. I hope there's a director's cut that's longer, and this very well could be one that I own. So
nice. Yeah, I'm a little lower than you. I'm giving it a 7.5.
Oh my God, really? That low? I was
wow,
ready to
really?
Hear. I was
really?
ready to hear.
Really?
I was waiting for you to go 8.0, but a whole point lower.
Yeah, I pretty much told you why. I really hated what they did. Otherwise, I would have been more apt to it. Yeah, I enjoyed it overall. I thought it was cool. I can't wait to bunch of the guys we were texting with beforehand. I have stayed away from all the spoilers. So I didn't know anybody in particular was in there that wasn't supposed to be in there. I took it for what it was, and I enjoyed myself. Would I see it again? Will I own it? Maybe when it comes on to the $5 thing on there, I would pick it up.
Wow, Dennis is literally saying, I will buy Jurassic World full price before I get this movie.
Nope, definitely didn't say that. Then this is why you have potatoes in your ears.
Hey, you're the one saying you know everything about good whining. And I agree. You are a little bit of a crybaby.
Guys, 7.5 is not a bad score. It's just lower than Andy. And you guys know that my scores are much more on par than what Andy's
I don't think
usually
so.
are.
I'm the every guy that you people relate to.
You heard that.
Dennis,
you people.
Dennis is the one that takes like over 300 vacations a year. Nobody can relate to that.
No, we can, because I interact with all of those other people and hear what they have to say.
Right. What do we got for IMDb Rotten Tomato scores? What do we got?
So IMDb, we only have a Metascore. It's at a 70. So 70% on IMDb. For the tomato meter, the critics are giving it an 82%. And the popcorn meter's at a 96.
Wow. That is huge.
Yeah, that is a big number. People like it. So there you go, guys. I would recommend going to see it. If you can, see it in IMAX.
Yep. I predict the sequel will be happening with what Jurassic World did last week in box office total worldwide. I would be shocked if this movie didn't kick those numbers out of the park.
And I don't know about that. I was going to say it might equal it. I don't think it. I think it'll be neck and neck between the two. But hey, we'll find out in a week.
That's right. Well, there you go, guys. That's the review for you. Go check out Superman. Check out the sign-up page for Lilineth, Infernal Conflict. We're going to be launching that sucker soon. The video from our video guy is almost done, so we can debut that for you. We will be back next Wednesday at 3:30 with a couple guests. And one of them used to be my intern, actually. And now he's doing his own project. It looks awesome. We'll just leave you with what we like to call a cliffhanger. So join us then. And until then, have a great weekend.
Live long and prosper.
It's always got to throw the gang signs up.
That's right.
I'm not part of a gang.
yet.
This guy, it's a crypt.